So this engine was rebuilt 18 years ago and everything went wrong, and it hasn't actually turned over. I have turned the engine just a couple of clicks so I can get my screwdriver into the crank flywheel, and I don't know whether you can see that, but I can turn the engine over. I don't want to damage it, so I'm going to put a little bit of oil in it about a year ago, and before I moved I turned it over once. I'm going to turn it over on the starter motor with the plugs out. That's my plan. I have, so the starter motor is down here. I'm going to rig this up to a battery, put some oil in the bores and turn it over with plugs out and get a little bit of oil pressure up to the crank, because I don't want it to be pushing against even the compression. I want to get some oil to flow. So the oil pressure cable, so it comes off that banjo fitting up to there. I'd like to get an oil pressure gauge on the end of it and see it bring it up to pressure before I connect up with any before I even try anything else. I want to get some oil pressure to the top, to the rockers, just do the best we can. Right, I have a confession to make. I made a big mistake. I decided to put some two-stroke oil down the bores. I used a syringe, except the syringe I used had a needle for drawing ink in for refilling inkjet printers. Anyway, so with the needle on, I sucked up some oil and pushed it in the bore, except that the needle popped off of the end of the syringe into the bore, and I've got to fish it out. For the purposes of YouTube, I will reenact my stupid mistake. So I was sucking up oil, two-stroke oil, to squirt in the cylinders to help the engine turn over, and I injected the oil through the spark plug. Now it sucks up quite nicely, but when I did that, all of a sudden it's not going to do it now. But this is just typical. So I've been quite happily sucking up oil, and the needle fell off the syringe into the cylinder. My heart sank. So after a few mumbles and curses, I got my magnetic screwdriver. And I thought, I can fish it out. So trusty magnetic screwdriver, and so I go in there, and firstly it sticks to the cylinder bores. But I fished around and it did not work. Now this time it worked, but I couldn't see, because, you know, and I'm fishing around, and it might have been out of my sight, and also you can only go in at that angle. I went back home, tippy tapped on the computer, and I thought about getting another cylinder head gasket, and people persuaded me to try again. I then came up with the vacuum cleaner with a small bit of tube, and we put that through the plug hole, and let's see if I can turn this on. Anyway, amazingly I managed to pick up
I managed to pick up the culprit and get it out. Anyway, learn from my mistakes, but equally if you have something that drops down a cylinder bore, this magnetic screwdriver didn't work, but the vacuum cleaner and a bit of 10mm hose did work. So I have retrieved said object. I haven't got to put a new head gasket on. I made the mistake, so you don't have to. So, one idiot, problem solved, happy. So, right, I need to turn this crank over. Just make sure that the engine is moving and it's tough. Right. Yep. Now, just get a grip on that. Yay. Oh yeah, it's feeling, that feels good. Just to get on. Can't quite get that angle on there. Yay. Another quarter turn after. Yay. Right. Yeah, oh yeah, let's go and easy. That's much easier now. Right, one more. Yeah, oh yeah. That's much better. Right, so we got the earth up there, negative onto this a positive earth discard, negative down on the starter motor. Let's just give it a go. I think I'm calling that a win.